Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to The Other Controller. I am Danny, better known as the Boom Bap. And this week we're going to talk about ads on Twitch. We're going to talk about different ways that companies can implement crossplay. We're going to talk about super sus screen names that we had, the transition into Mixer. And we kind of ended off last week on the topic of Mixer. So I think that would be the best thing for us to start with today, guys.
No, I agree with that one. 100% agree.
Yup. I'm gonna keep it real with you real quick. I about lost it when I heard them teeth smack.
What?
I can't be the only one.
You weren't the only one. You killed Mark now, dude. Stop.
What just happened?
I didn't hear any teeth smacking. What?
Oh shit.
Fuck. Oh my god. All right. Who's going to be talking about Mixer though? In full honesty.
Wait, who the
Well-
fuck did I smack my teeth?
Yeah. You did. Yeah.
Okay. Let's redo that then.
Yo, hey, steady, keep this in.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
no.
cut this.
Please,
Cut that
please.
shit. Cut that shit.
Fuck.
I was like,
All right, somebody else do the fucking intro then.
I wanted to talk.
Oh my god. dude.
Holy shit. Yeah, all right. So back on topic. I did want to talk about Mixer because I was going to talk about it weeks before Ninja even did his whole "I'm going to Mixer" thing. Because I was looking at Tim the Tap Man, right? Another big name, and he was talking about is Twitch the right place to start streaming? So I was like, well, let's look at Mixer because he was mentioning it. It's especially with Ninja gone right now. I think it's a good time to go over there for PC gaming specifically, because when you go through all their different games, it's everyone's playing on Xbox. It's Xbox fucking everything because it's a Microsoft-owned company.
Yeah, it's Microsoft owned, so that's
Yeah,
gonna be
and-
their main
'Cause, like,
audience.
Because I used to play a lot of League of Legends when I first started streaming. But when you look on Twitch, it's always like the top 3 games on there. It's so saturated. But when you go to Mixer, it's got like maybe 1,000 people at a time. I think just like computer-based games can hit really well on Mixer.
Right. So, like, I'm thinking the thing with Mixer is there is room for growth, but the ceiling before you can start monetizing anything, I personally think is still pretty high. It's like what 2,000 followers before you can be given partnership, and there's nothing in between. There's no affiliate style program like what Twitch would offer. So if you can
And
gain
I'm
the
fine with
traction, I mean, I don't know. Like I understand that Twitch is oversaturated at the moment, but I still appreciate that there is some middle ground that you're going to be spending a bulk of your time in before you hit partner. Whereas with Mixer, it's like keep crawling to the very top before you can finally get anything back out of it.
I mean, to be fair though, like, are we really seeing any type of return on this? Like, all the donations that we receive are just simply donations strictly through PayPal or
True.
Streamlabs or whatever.
Yeah.
The only real benefit of us doing it on Twitch is it's just a better known platform. That's really
Right.
it.
And any
Well, for
kind
the
of
moment-
money that we've earned, like out of all of us, who's gotten a payout yet from Twitch?
Boo and Merc, and I think I'm like $10 away from mine.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah, I
close
got
to a payout, but nothing yet.
Dude, it took me forever to get my first one, but like, I don't know, like that. The fact that it's so I became an affiliate like maybe a year ago.
Yeah, I think it was a
This
little
is
bit
my
over a
first-
year ago.
Yeah, and this is my first payout. So honestly, it still kind of feels like I'm at the bottom, anyways. So making a switch to Mixer, I don't think is really gonna hurt me.
So
Yeah.
I'm not against making a switch to Mixer, but I'm definitely all for integrating some days Mixer, some days Twitch. And Brown, you were going over some of the stuff that like there's some not gray area, but like things that you can and cannot do. Like you got to give a cooldown in between.
Dude, the rules are
streams?
insane. Yeah. So in literally the affiliate TOS thing that everyone read, quotations there. It literally says that any content created strictly on Twitch is for Twitch only. You can post it to personal YouTubes, but there has to be a span of 24 hours in between for you to do another streaming platform. So you can't go from, you can't multi-stream like, all right, I'm streaming Twitch right now. I'm going to end stream. 2 minutes later, I'm going to start up Mixer, or 2 minutes later, I'm going to start up on YouTube or Facebook. You can't do that. They can actually ban or suspend your account for it.
So there's no dual
That's
streaming.
fucked.
Yeah, you can't simultaneously stream, and you got to give a cooldown between each. So like Monday would be Mixer Day, Tuesday
Yeah.
would be like some shit like that.
But that's the thing, though. None of us are big enough for that to be enforced.
No, they enforce it randomly too.
That's
Well, no,
fucked.
I get like what Boom is saying. Like, would any of us really be caught under TOS bot looking at us like, oh, hey, you're doing this shit? Or would it be once we hit partner, they'd be like, oh, like a year ago, we caught you doing this shit. Here's your fucking 2-day ban.
There's also been issues as of recent with Twitch. I don't know if you guys have seen it in your guys' chat, where it's like random influx of viewers. Every once in a while, I get like a random actual Twitch mod, not like my mods or one of your guys' mods, like a Twitch
Oh, an
mod.
official Twitch. No, I've yet to
I haven't
experience
seen
that.
that.
Wait. How do you know they're official?
They have that
They'll
little
just look
cringy
at
your,
icon thing, right?
Yeah, they have like a completely different icon.
And when you go to when you click the little group thing, it'll show you everyone in your chat. There's a separate section where it'll say Twitch staff.
Yeah. And
Oh,
it's,
okay.
I've actually never seen one before.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough to be able to have one of those in my chat.
So
That's nice to know.
it's been happening more often as the ads have actually been coming through too. So I don't know what's going on exactly with that. I
Well-
don't know what's happening.
We talked about this, I think, off recording last week a little bit, and I was like, the switch to Mixer. I think if you're gonna stay with Twitch, it'd be good to just wait for a little bit, because when a couple weeks ago, when Ninja left, they took down like his whole channel. Essentially, they got rid of all of his panels, and they just put a bar that said, "The streamer you're looking for is in another castle." Then they put that over the Fortnite tab as well.
And they also used that same and former channel to start promoting other stuff.
streamers, and they
And
were
I know
like
he was
auto hosting.
really pissed
Yeah,
about that.
they were using his channel to auto host other people.
Yeah.
And that's when like the pornography came up, and that was a big deal. But the fact that they were even doing that, that's a big deal. Like, they're ruining his name and ruining his content.
Right, and that was his whole point when he took to Twitter about it. He was like, he spent all this time building his brand, and anyone else that would leave Twitch wouldn't have that happen to them. But the biggest streamer on the platform leaves, and they use it as an opportunity to still capitalize, either ad revenue or whatever the case is, to just promote. And they weren't doing that to anybody else. That is fucked up.
And there's I don't know if it's next month or if it's later this month. There's a public hearing in California with some Twitch executives about something that happened like back in like 2014. But you can go there and ask them questions. It's like some breach of contract that happened with a streamer a long time ago. But the fact that Twitch is coming under so much fire recently, I think, like, especially like Alinity and Amarath, or whatever the fuck her name is, both of them dropped the N-bomb like the same day, and nothing happened to them.
Right,
And I
and
think
that's like the
that
whole subject that nobody's ever allowed to talk about. Which is the favoritism
popular streamers,
and why the favoritism is there.
And I think that Amazon is gonna step in a couple of months or maybe a year and try to revamp the platform, especially if Mixer starts to become a competitor. I think Amazon's gonna look at it and say, all right, we need to change some things if we're losing ground.
Yeah, because for the most part, like, Amazon has pretty been like laid back, I think, maybe in terms of like how they handle it. Like, they bought the company, obviously, but then it's like, all right, we'll kind of let it operate the way it is. But we definitely want to integrate our whole Prime thing in there. But yeah, they definitely should police it a little more, I think.
And that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna stay with Twitch, I think Mixer's gonna blow up, especially with the whole PC community. And then once Amazon comes and revamps Twitch, it's probably going to be better than Mixer again. And I think we're going to see kind of a back and forth battle over these coming decades. Like, this is super long term, like the battle between PlayStation and Xbox, where streaming, it's always back and forth.
AMD. It's going to be Intel AMD fight on streaming.
AMD, Nvidia, like we always have the two.
And I think we're in a time where we get to see it start. Like, this is the beginning of it.
So I think I think that'll be the only benefit of going to Mixer, is that we can say that, oh, we were there when the uprising started, because at least from my perspective, it's both of the issues for like the issue for staying with Twitch is that it's oversaturated. It's a little bit similar to the issue with going to Mixer. Like I looked the other day, I think there was 1,000 total people streaming at like 9 in the morning, and it's like, or I'm sorry, 1,000 viewers. So, and it's like I was looking at the games that I play, and like if there's nobody at all watching, let's say, because I streamed Mario Maker today, nobody was watching Mario Maker 2 on Mixer at that like specific time. So it's like, do I go to the oversaturated platform and maybe get 2 or 3 viewers, or do I go to Mixer, play a game that I don't necessarily want to play, but I'm getting those viewers because there's a viewership to certain games on Mixer because there's not a lot of viewers, but all those viewers are concentrated to, let's say, Apex Legends.
And I
So
think
it's
at
like-
that point you assess what it is that you're gonna like. Are you gonna be I'm gonna play this game only kind of streamer, or it's like, look, I'll play this game on these days, and I will only do that on this platform. And if I want to try something new or play this game, I'll do it on Twitch. Like at that point, you as the streamer kind of start realizing what is going to be the better turnaround for your investment.
But the one thing you got to realize too is that, like with every other content creation platform, if you're not consistent, like let's say for example, I'm only gonna play Apex on my Mixer account, and let's say I'm really into it for an entire week. So for that entire week, I'm streaming just on Mixer, and that takes a lot, especially for a new channel, to be like, okay, if you guys enjoy my content, you're gonna have to create 2 accounts, and you're gonna have to go to this. You're gonna have to go to Mixer on Monday or whatever, whenever I'm playing this specific title.
You actually
And then when
can't
I'm-
mention Twitch while you're on Mixer, so
But-
you'd have to find a
No,
way
no.
to like even do that as well. Like
Twitter.
that to be sure through Twitter.
And that's now that's bringing in another thing. Your viewers have to follow you on 3 platforms essentially. So
Right.
growth between that would be fucked, man.
Yeah,
So that's like it's kind of like, and that's like doing like a super crazy stretch as to like switching over. But that's all going around in my mind when I'm thinking, do I stay with Twitch? Do I go to Mixer? I don't have an Xbox. I do like playing console games, so like, is that going to be part of an issue?
Right.
It's just like a whole mess of questions that I'm thinking about before I decide to make the switch, or if I decide just to head down, keep on doing what I'm doing for Twitch.
Right, because like there is definitely the possibility and the room for growth. Because Boo has been doing this for, I would say, about a week, and today alone she got like 10 new followers. She's at like 130 followers. After doing this for about a week and a half. So like there is that room for it to still be viable. But again, with that super high ceiling, I would recommend doing both rather than some people jumping ship and going straight to the other one.
yeah, but I mean, even still, like, I think that's a brushed over topic that we didn't discuss, is the fact that like we're trying to kind of align ourselves with one or the other. There's no issue with being ambiguous between the two.
Right.
The only issue is just battling the like TOS bots on either end.
Right, and
So
then just
for me-
splitting whatever time we currently have. That may mean less days on Twitch, and more, just adding a couple of days of Mixer, or doing like every other weekend mix, something along the lines. We just have to spread ourselves between the two if that's going to be the option.
Yeah, so one thing that I do not 100% agree with Mixer is the fact that how they have to do like an age rating. So how video games have like the M plus, like the M rating and E for everyone and all that shit. It's the same thing over there. So if you do not make your rating correct, or if something slips, or for instance, like me, if I vape on stream, it's going to instantly either give me a suspension or it's going to bump me up to the 18 and older. And that's it.
So just sit at the 18 and older.
I mean,
All
don't
the
we already
time.
have our
Yeah.
channels set on Twitch to adult content
Yeah, but
or
that's
mature content?
I mean,
That's one thing. I don't know if it's consistent. Like, I don't know if it's constant. If it's one of those like options you have to constantly take a look at and have to check every time you start stream.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. And then even with the boo thing, like she just started a week, but can we really call ourselves having the same growth as a female gamer out there? I don't think so.
I mean, there is that, and most people will roll their eyes whenever that kind of conversation comes around. But the fucking truth is the fucking truth.
Yeah.
And
You
the
know
only
what?
way
It's
to
all- it's all
really
preference,
figure it
man.
out,
I'm gonna do it
is
this
to-
week.
Yeah, that's what the only way to really see is just to jump in and see what we get.
I mean,
that-
I do have a little advantage. I do got some big old titties, but
Yo,
still.
same here, buddy. Yeah, I think I'm
These are
gonna
not
try
the titties we
Mixer
were
this
looking
next
for.
week. I mean, it's gonna be a little weird because I took a week off, and my coming back week is. I think I'm gonna put it on Mixer anyway. But I think it'll be fun just to give it a shot, see what it's like. I ain't gonna tell nobody neither, besides you guys.
Yeah, no, I think honestly, like doing 1 day a week would be a good starting point. I'm not 100% sold into either doing a full week on it just yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I,
don't
I, I would
even-
agree. A day or two here.
Like when me and Danny went to that Twitch event too, we even had a dude
Yeah.
that was talking to us, and he actually had recommended that we use, I think it's Restreams or something like that.
Yeah, and he told us
And-
to get away from Twitch and to go to YouTube Gaming.
Right,
Uh,
YouTube or
did that,
Mixer.
like,
He said
die
that
almost
Twitch is
practically?
too. Well, he said that Twitch was too. What did he say?
Saturated.
Was it saturated. So he even told us to use like that Restream, where I guess you could stream to multiple platforms at once. But
I will say that
then
yeah,
again,
Twitch is
that's
definitely
fine.
super saturated with the lower jump into affiliate. But a lot of people, like we've seen it ourselves from within Osmium. Some people hit affiliate pretty quick, and you don't really see them again after like a week or two after being in that, in that level. Like just because they hit affiliate easily doesn't mean that they're going to commit to it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. I think if some of the rules were not so vague, it would definitely a bit like it would set a better guideline of which one to choose currently. Like if I started streaming today without ever touching a platform, I think I would probably start in Mixer or YouTube in full honesty.
Yeah,
I don't think I would start out on Twitch off the bat. Just for the single fact that like both of them have some really good things to them. The only resale value that has Twitch on it is the fact that it's just such a known platform. That's it.
There's some things that I think Mixer are doing good in terms of community interaction. They have Sparks, which is like points you gain just from being in the channel. It's the equivalent of having a chatbot give out payouts to your
Like
to
loyalty.
your community. Yeah, your loyalty points. So they have these already integrated into it by default. And it's good. It's a really good way to get your stream to your community to constantly be active. You can gift stickers that pop up on the screen. You can gift these little animations that'll play in the chat. It's just there's a lot of interaction between streams, between the community and the streamer that they're doing for you. And then their equivalent of bits is embers. But again, that you don't start getting that until you hit partner, right? And then the other thing, this is what I wanted to bring up, is emotes. As an emote artist, I think it's a bit of not an issue, but we would have to wait for more people to hit partner on Mixer to be able to give job opportunities for freelancing emotes, because I don't think you can't really get anything up until you hit that point, until somebody gets to partner, and then they can get the whole emotes opening up, like Twitch.
Yeah, no.
I feel like emotes that should just be there from day one.
I agree. I agree. Or at least if they want to keep it affiliate level, I think we should all start off with 3 emotes, then the tier 2, and then the tier 3. So 5 total. Instead of this, you get 1 fucking emote, and then the tier 2 and tier 3 emote, and then you gotta fucking crawl for 15 subs to try to get a new unlock, and then go to 25 points, I think is the next one, and so on and so forth. There should be more upfront. Like, I don't see Twitch losing out by letting affiliates get 3 fucking emote slots from the get.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. If people really were out there like getting tier 3s when they just hit affiliate, they're fucking insane. They
know who to call.
Yeah, like that does not fucking happen. Like you maybe won, maybe, and that's the entire path for you to try to get to partner over the course of a year.
Bro, I can't even get my mom to sub to me.
Yeah, like it's not fucking happening. Like especially when they're giving away primes for free, the chances are you most likely get more primes in tier 1s for them to use more emotes, and that's just a better resale. Like, that's
Because
a better
what do you
business move
get
on their
with
side.
tier 2 and 3 other than that one extra emote? Like, how fucking incredible is your emote that somebody's dropping $25 on you a month?
Big old floppy dong.
Yeah, so I mean, some other things that I've seen from like other like higher end streamers is like they'll make other things for it. So like tier 3 streamers have their names entered automatically for giveaways and shit.
Right,
like
so you got to start putting in more footwork to reward.
Correct.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm still on the fence about Mixer. I'll probably start doing one a days, and that's probably, I mean, one a week, and that might be the starting point. But I think the good thing for us is that we already have so much invested into our streams already.
Right.
It's not going to look like the generic fucking Xbox stream where it's just
or the
gameplay,
PS4
shitty audio,
and
and that's what I'm saying. I think
that's
what I'm saying for the PC community. I think it's a pretty good time to hop on it.
Yeah.
And this is not a PC Master Race bullshit, because even though I play on PC, I think it's stupid. You do you. We all play games. We all have fun.
PC Master Race.
I'm gonna elbow you.
And
But-
that's kind of that's like a perfect segue into Merc's topic about doing cross-platform.
I was gonna
Yeah.
go into the ads on Twitch since we're already talking about it.
Either
let's
or.
talk ads on Twitch real quick, and then we'll jump over.
Don't worry,
to,
Merc. We have
that.
not forgot about you.
So yeah, it bothers the fuck out of me. It really disrupts the flow because like there have been times over the past few weeks that I've raided people or I've been raided, and there's that whole intro like when somebody, as soon as you get that notification, you start asking the person, what were you streaming? Thanks for the raid. How's it going? All of that. That all gets cut the fuck off because it is goddamn intrusive ad.
Yep.
And also, because I noticed how you guys said that there was like more frequently like 2 ads before every time you go into a stream. And I think so. Like the short knowledge of business that I have from when I was in college is like right now is the dead time before like going back to school and stuff. Like as far as people's spending habits. So the reason I think they're doing that is because it's like the dead zone in the shopping, like in shopping trends and stuff. So I think that's why they're giving 2 ads, because it's not only on Twitch, it's even on YouTube now too. So like I'll start watching a video, and then if you don't skip the first ad in the 5 seconds, it'll play that whole ad, and then it'll play another ad, and it always says one of 2 now. And I don't know if that's because, like I said, this is like the dead time in like the shopping world, or if that's just going to be the new standard. Because it's like across the board where like we're getting a whole mess of ads for everything, like on Facebook, on Twitter. Like anytime there's a video, there's an ad. And what like kind of pisses me off is that's not their content to put ads over. So like if I make like a clip highlight or whatever, and I post that on Twitter or Facebook, why are they putting an ad on it? That's my content.
Yeah, my biggest fucking complaint is the same thing that Steady was talking about. So like, if you get rated, there should be 0 ads. It should be instantaneous. We're sending viewers over to watch another channel, or you're sending viewers to watch my content. Nonetheless, we're getting a lapse in time where you're going to hit them with an ad, and then maybe half of the viewers are leaving. Maybe. That's a hard fucking sale. It's like, hey, really quick, before you can watch the person I just hyped up, here's this fucking ad that, by the way, myself nor them get anything out of it. Granted, that's part of the partnership thing, but if you're going to increase it, at least tell us first, and then we can go and make the assessment from there. This way we can kind of explain that to chat and let them know. It's like, instead of just getting, all right, we're going to host somebody or raid them, you're going to watch a 10 to 15 second ad, and then there's also going to be an ad over chat, and you can't see any of the chat. So you're essentially just going to watch fucking commercials.
Yeah, because the past few weeks it's been like I say my whole thing, and then they're like, "Yeah, you mind repeating that?" I only caught the tail end of that because fucking ads, and it's like, yeah, I get it. it's fucking annoying. It really just fucks up the flow of the whole stream.
Yeah, like
I haven't been able to stream much, so I'm really out of my element on this one.
yeah, that one's just the pain in the ass part. Like I'm not to the point where like I'm asking for revenue from shit from the ad play.
Right.
Like, completely understandable. It makes sense. It's a business. You guys are still trying to get your ad time. The issue that I have with it is why make it every single time? Make it random. And if it is random, that's bullshit and you know it. Because every single time that I raid, it happens. That's not random.
Or I mean, if they could even put in a system where if you are the streamer, you already have your affiliate tag, or even if you're the one doing the raid, how's about not hitting that person with the fucking ad so that when they jump in, there can still be communication between streamers, which helps the community overall.
Add a delay in it? No,
Yeah.
I understand.
Like hit me with an
Yeah,
ad
that
like
would be-
after, like 30 seconds after I'm already in the channel.
Yeah, no, that would make more sense. But logic is not fucking commonplace, dude. Like, more sense. But lot in fucking place.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass. But I don't know. Like, as of recently, streaming has been kind of more of a fucking hassle. One, because my current issue with fucking Steam and it pisses me off. And two is the fact that when I do get new views, they're getting insta hit with an ad. And so by the time the ad's done, I only really have a second to sell them on my content.
Right.
So by the
Your
time
face should be enough, man.
well, yeah, one, I have fucking greasy ass face. But when they do get into the channel, it's even a harder sell. They just got done watching a fucking commercial, and now it's gameplay, and maybe they stay, maybe they don't. And then some of the times, even more recently, you're getting hit with a 2-for-1 that Boom was talking about. So now they're not watching 15 seconds of ad, they're watching 30 seconds, and then they're gone before I even get to see them and actually watch my content. That's fucked. That's actual horseshit.
And it wouldn't hurt so bad if we were getting a little kickback from that ad.
Yeah, even if it's a fucking penny, something. It's nothing.
Because it feels like they're kind of, and this might be out of fucking left field, but it feels like it's our content, right? Like we're the ones that are creating it, whether it may not be as good as like some artist like painting like a beautiful portrait, but this is our version of art, and it feels like they're kind of taking that for granted, and they're the only ones that are thriving off of our art, if that makes sense, especially with the ads. And it's
I
kind of
get it.
shitty. Like, at least give us a kickback for it, because we're the ones that are, though you have the name, your name isn't shit without people that are streaming on your service. It's a two-way street, and they're kind of fucking us on
Right, you need
what
the
I feel like we
affiliates,
should get.
You need everyone there to be streaming for your ad to take place, and yeah, I get that.
But I think now we're pretty good into talking about the ads thing. I think we can definitely talk to the crossplay, because that is something I do want to see more of.
Oh, absolutely. Like
This
you're
one's all you
starting to
big
get it
house.
now with Microsoft having the Game Pass. You get to play with Xbox players and stuff like that. And we've been seeing some bigger games have cross-plat recently. You know, like isn't Fortnite now all cross-plat?
Yeah,
Apex
Fortnite isn't playing
doesn't
it
have
anymore.
it. I mean,
That
it's
would be
only a
awesome.
matter of
They
time.
do. But like, so I was kind of thinking about it because I was reading up on it, and how do you guys feel about, so say an Xbox and like a PS4 player play together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say that Xbox player is harassing a PS4 player. How does that go about? Like, how does that person get punished? Does Xbox take care of it? But how would the PS4 player complain to Xbox? You get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how would the reporting
I
work?
think in that case, it had to be reported through the
That
game.
that they're
The
playing.
game itself.
Yeah, whatever developer the servers are being hosted on, it's kind of their thing.
And then wouldn't that be just extra work, extra money basically being put in just to be able to crossplay?
It would be to a degree, but I think that most of the platforms already have like some type of customer service set in place, however ass they might be. It might just be like a good venture, honestly, for one, either creating more jobs and getting a little bit more revenue on one side, because they're gonna have complaints. It's gonna fucking happen. Everyone's human. Everyone has a fucking gripe to get out in the world. But the issue that I do understand with that is exactly what you're saying. So like, if they go into the game and then there's a fucking complaint, it's the internet of trolls. Like, there are gonna be so many fucking issues with siphoning through.
Holy
Right.
shit.
Yeah, it's just fucked.
And
So I don't-
and the reason this the crossplay came to topic in my head, because my brother was playing Madden, and I was sitting there like, it'd be kind of cool to spank his ass in Madden, but I don't want to play on console. I'd rather just hook up a controller to my PC. And I thought about it. I'm like, why haven't they done it? I don't see where how a PC player could have an advantage on a console player when it comes to like Madden or something.
Yeah.
Like, what I
See,
mean?
but
Like,
I don't see any downside to having a cross-play in sports games, like especially sports games.
That would be like really cool, but it's because they want you to go out and buy that Xbox so you can play with whoever you want to play with, which is
But I
shit.
mean, less now for the fact that Microsoft is okay with cross-plat with their whole games for their whole Ultimate Game Pass service. Like,
Well,
there's
that's
a
another thing.
lot
I
of
don't think
games.
it's-
That's all,
I don't think it's necessarily Xbox saying they don't want crossplay. I think it's like by game, isn't it? Because Fortnite say, hey, any game, or this game on any console. I think it's
right.
just the
Fortnite
developers.
was more cool with it, and I think Sony at first was the ones that were like, "No, we don't
Yeah.
want to be okay
Yeah.
with that." And Microsoft went on for saying like, "Oh yeah, we're all for cross-plat," kind of pushing Sony in this direction. Like, if you guys don't say it, you will look like the biggest cocks around right now. So
I just think it should be for everything, man.
yeah,
It's 2019, goddammit.
yeah, I
I
mean,
think we'll see that more when everything becomes all digital. Like, and there's no more physical titles left
Yeah.
anywhere.
yeah, and when that happens, I feel like the thing that should determine between Xbox and PS4 is the hardware, and like PS4 and Xbox, like PS4 had the better hardware, while Xbox focused more on entertainment and media. Being able to
Xbox
hook
One
up
was supposed to
your
be the fucking everything and it's supposed to do
best,
everything.
like
and it's like,
your
all right,
living
whatever.
room TV, connect your cable box to your fucking Xbox, be able to your home entertainment. And then PS4 kind of more, they kind of kept a little bit more concentration on like as far as the game running, because I know I had an Xbox, I also had a PS4, and I switched over just because of Call of Duty, but I also noticed that the game ran smoother, the game looked better as compared to playing on my Xbox.
That could be another big factor too. They don't want to. I had a thought. Cut that out.
I think what you're probably trying to say is probably one company.
Leave that in, dude.
one company that has the less better, or the less hardware, shittier hardware, would probably
It's
lose
gonna look
sales.
bad.
Yeah,
They're gonna lose sales because like,
to the
oh, you
one
don't want to do
that's
this.
better.
See, look, he knew where I was going.
I
That's
get
exactly
that.
what I had.
I feel like once they give up on their stupid fucking proprietary operating systems, then we'll be able to get like real cross-platform. And I don't know if it's because Sony doesn't want to put a version of Windows on their computer or on their system or whatever, but I feel like if console companies took over as like a pre-built for like an entry-level gaming / streaming device, I feel like that would be a better sell instead of just having, and that, because that would be a way to have them still have the console war, if you will, but it would make it easier for cross-platform, easier for all digital content for everything. And I kind of don't understand why they wouldn't see that as a new venture instead of harping on, oh, buy this PS4, buy this PS4 Pro, buy the PS4 Plus, and all this stupid shit. Just get rid of like the interface that you have on your system and put like some type of, I guess, watered down version of Windows, make it modular so they can upgrade it, and then just have it be that way instead of it being like where you have to get PS4 games. There's no backwards compatibility. Like that would save a lot of bitching that we have about consoles coming from the perspective, granted, of a new PC player, but of a person that is pushing most of my gaming habits to be played through my computer. Like I feel like that would be the best way to alleviate every issue we have with consoles.
I think it's just a matter of time. I think they'll hop on something like that, like
I mean, the flip
Sony
side
making
is
a entry level PC. I could see it.
yeah, the flip side is that people feel the opposite with PC. They're kind of like, oh, I'd rather get a console because with a console, I buy it. I buy the game, I put it in, it works. It's like no fiddling, no nothing. And I do see the appeal of that. I definitely, like, it is there. I get it.
They obviously haven't
No,
seen
but
a Steam summer sale.
That's what I'm saying though. Like they make it in a way so that it's like a dummy-proof computer.
It's just fucking instantaneous. It's a touch and go type thing.
Right.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
you
dude.
literally just plug it in. Like you'd be able to upgrade whatever you want as long as like let's say I think they're putting an AMD chip in the new PlayStation.
Yeah, the
Just
new
make it so that
console should have a AMD, I believe.
yeah, so like you could just if but then again that would be a whole nother this is just like a whole nother fucking rabbit hole. But then there would have to be like specific CPUs that you can have for those consoles. And like I feel like that's a new industry that they can get into. And I feel like they'd be able to profit from it. But
I
then
think it would
that'll
still
have
be the same
everybody would have
problem
to be on board.
because whichever company would have to turn around and decide if they were going to go with, once again, AMD or Intel to make their GPUs, and then AMD or Nvidia for their CPU, for their GPUs, and then the other way, Intel, AMD for their CPUs.
I mean, so there's actually something that I think Origin makes. Origin PC is not the fucking actual launcher. They actually make a 3-in-1 tower. It's literally both platforms. It's a PC on one side.
Oh yeah, the guts
PlayStation
for
and Xbox.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah, everything's just stacked together. Everything runs through the same SSD, but you can play everything through it.
That's it. It's just a matter of time for these big companies to hop on something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been made for years now. The issue is just, do people really want to go that far? I think it's like a $5,000 fucking system.
at that point,
That's
it's
like the
cheaper
whole-
just to build your fucking rig and then buy the two consoles.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole watered down OS thing or Windows thing. I mean, they have Chromebooks out right now. That's kind of what that is. It's a dumb cheap laptop where you can't really do anything besides like the internet and schoolwork. But you
And-
can have a laptop for like $100.
that would be the perfect starting point
Exactly.
for the operating system for would it be the Sony PS fuck or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, and just have
The
it.
PlayStation.
Get that fucking PS
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
The PlayStation, go fuck yourself. Nice.
Yeah,
You know what would be great and could eliminate a lot of problems too is what if they made consoles that literally every part of it is plug and play, and it eliminates that reasoning of getting a PC because you can upgrade. When you can basically dummy it down for people and they can sit there and upgrade their own PCs with a plug and play. Oh my god, plug and play parts.
So I hear what you're saying.
So,
So
like-
like a fucking console modular. That'd be sick, actually.
Yeah,
But
because
then you'd have the
literally
same
what I
problem. You'd
just
have
said.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
you'd have you'd have the official pieces be one price, and then you'd have Mad Cats come out and make a fucking
No,
Dude,
not
fuck
Mad
Mad
Cats.
fan
Not
that
Mad
comes
Cats.
out and burns out your goddamn Xbox 360.
No,
I'm not
what
talking
would
from
happen?
experience or anything here.
It'd sell like the cheap console, and then all your upgraded parts would be sold through GameStop.
GameStop's gonna come back. GameStop is gonna rise again.
yet another reason why we should go support GameStop.
No, don't.
You think it's slick corn dog, huh?
Please.
I told you I was gonna bring it up every chance I
Every
could.
fucking stream, every fucking podcast. So we're back to GameStop versus Big Boy Brown.
Dude, no, fuck them. I'm not even gonna waste my time on them.
You don't
anymore.
think if GameStop was like, hey, we are supporting PlayStation and Xbox and making a small console, we're gonna sell the upgrades.
I mean, of course, they'll sell everything gaming related and geek culture related.
Yeah,
see?
it's gonna
As
be
much as
fucking.
Boom tells me to go fuck myself, that's where I get my Funko Pops. So what the fuck?
It's gonna be working for 3 days, and then you're gonna try to return it, and they're gonna tell you go fuck yourself. You get half the fucking monetary in. What is
God
it?
damn it.
We can only offer you 50% of fucking in-store credit to get a new replacement.
35?
No, go fuck.
Actually, come on. Okay, let's be realistic. They did have a good return policy. They'll come at them like that, dude.
You fucking stone, big hoss. All right, we're not talking about this shit. Let's get enough. We're getting the fucking sus screen names and mixed transition, but we already spoke about
Oh,
that.
shit.
Sus screen names. Please, we need to get
Screen
a
names.
Yeah, like
topic.
all right. So
I've-
thinking back over the years that you've been on the internet, whatever. What are some stupid ass fucking screen names you've ever made? Whether it be for Xbox or AIM, whatever the fuck it was. What's your
Like my
stupid
first
ass name?
My first couple of screen names were just Tony SV. That was my first name, and it was my favorite type of Lamborghini, the Diablo SV. I thought it was sick. I remember playing it on my grandma's computer. But on Guild Wars, all right, on fucking Guild Wars, I try to make my name Secret Dragon, but I'm fucking dyslexic and dumb, and I spelled Secret. Like I added way too many E's. and I didn't know it until like a year later. My older brother was like, Yeah, he's like, that's not how you spell secret, right? And I was like, well, it's how I pronounce it, so fuck off.
Yeesh.
I never had anything like super sus though.
Gotcha. What about you, Merc?
So before I had my like very own actual console, I shared one with my nephew, and I thought of our Xbox Live name, and it was Chaos Lord.
Oh yes.
How did you spell it?
It's not that
I
bad.
had to use numbers.
What was the O a 0?
Yeah, was it zero?
Yep.
Did you spell it with a K?
What happened?
Did you spell it with a K?
No,
Oh,
not that bad.
Come on. I know Booms and I love it.
So there was 2 that I had that were sus. 'Cause I used to be part of a clan for my Modern 2 called 420 Mafia, and my name. So my name for that one was Buck Wild 420, and then after that, when I grew out of the whole 420 Mafia clan, they
Is this
changed
when you
it
went to that Detroit one?
Yeah, and then it was Detroit Mafia, so it was DET Rican, and then we left. we left Detroit Mafia, and then it was just wreaking havoc. Like,
See, like that one's not that bad. Like I'll give you
Love
that
it.
one.
Wreaking Havoc is okay. All right, that's
Yeah,
that's
Wreaking
fine.
Havoc's actually clever, and I'll give you that
Oh
one.
fuck, I love that.
I think
man.
Danny's best fucking gamer tag he ever made was Danny Creator.
hey, talk all the shit you want to. I'm still running that shit on Xbox. Come get wrecked, baby.
I said
And
I
it's-
like that one. I
It's
did
not
ask.
an I, it's an L. L, yeah. Come get this work in Halo.
I personally like that name. No,
Honestly, I've never had like anything super fucking wild or sus. Like my name on everything has been the same as Big Boy Brown across all platforms. Like the only real weird shit I ever had was like when I was playing WoW and you can individually name your characters. Then it was like, all right, we're gonna make my fucking druid named Bearfucker, and that got banned in 24 hours. And then what was it like? A shaman named Shamel Jackson, just like stupid shit like that. Like I never had anything fucking wild, dude. Like it was never anything like super sus or crazy like that.
Oh. So,
And might I add, wait, hold on, before Steady goes into his. Me and Merc have been playing games with each other since like for almost 10 years. So he knows all my sus names.
Oh, that's a giveaway.
I couldn't lie even if I wanted to.
remember to be back there coughing like, what about that other one? All right, so I had 2. One of my AOL screen names was PR Papi Chulo.
oh hell no!
Yep,
Hi,
yep,
Papi
yep.
Hands.
And
Steadito, papi.
Steadito.
after that, I had one as BX PRDR Ba.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like that's the Cardi B version of any fucking name. Gamer name.
So BX for the Bronx, PR Puerto Rican, and then DR Dominican, and then Ba because I'm a guy. So yeah,
My God.
Oh,
So,
Wow, steady.
fuck.
Jesus
way
Christ, dude.
way back in the day, like 12, 13.
Yo,
You
please,
thought that was the coolest shit ever.
Yep.
bro, please rename your Apex name, man.
Negative.
Oh shit. The world needs to see that, dude.
No, no,
Yeah,
they
can you
don't. No, they
please rename
Your
it?
There was
Twitter
there was
handle
enough
that shit.
cringy ass fucking DMs sent under those names, so it's a
Yo, I'm gonna start a petition on the Osmium thing to get you to change your Apex name.
you can get a
Yes.
fucking trillion fucking votes. That's a no go.
We're gonna get this up to the fucking Supreme Court. We're gonna get
Oh my
this
God.
properly.
Yeah, we need to get the Overlord on board with this.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, Icon will love it. Are you kidding me?
Bro,
You
hold
guys,
up.
you guys never had a Mi Gente page growing up, or is that am I showing my age?
Oh, wait, what the fuck is
You
that?
never heard of Mi
You
Gente?
know what that is?
That was
predates MySpace.
Latino MySpace.
No, I've never heard
Yeah.
of this shit
Yeah.
before.
Oh
Gente,
shit,
yep.
dude.
Dude, that was like 4th grade. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
so hold up. Let me catch up here really quick. So you of all fucking people were
Yep.
heavy and deep into the fucking Latino culture, and then
Heavy
there was
and deep
one
into that.
one fucking day that just changed everything. Like
I-
the Fire
I just-
Nation came in and just fucked everything up.
They took all that misplaced pride and they were like, you know, this don't mean shit, right? And I was like, holy shit. And yeah, here we go.
I am fucked right now with this.
I'm
One-
glad we saved you for last, Teddy, because that was fucking gold.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Ah,
Oh my god.
I think the best username I've ever seen besides my own. Anyways, when I was doing PUBG competitively, the guy that was our team captain, his fucking username was Walt Jr.'s legs, bro. The first I was fucking crying. I was like, dude,
That's fucked
Walt
up.
Jr.'s legs, bro. Like, and there's if you ever like were to see him in some of the PUBG competitive like streams that they do on Twitch and whatnot, you'll see them always comment this motherfucker's name because it's just so fucking hilarious.
For anyone who doesn't get the reference, I highly suggest you go watch Breaking Bad.
Watch one episode and then come back and laugh with us.
that's fucked. Funny as shit.
So someone's gonna throw a "we're not very humane" fucking card at us.
Oh no, you think it took them that long to figure that out?
It's like, oh my god, that's offensive.
Wait,
Shut
no.
the fuck up.
We have the first award for the sus comment, and it goes to nobody else but Merc. Thanks for the first sus comment of our podcast.
Oh, what was it?
Wait, what he just said. What do you mean?
I thought it was like in the comment section and shit.
Yeah. Jesus.
You guys want to move on to the conundrum?
No, we still got to talk about this man's fucking build of a piece of shit.
Oh, I
Yes,
forgot.
yes.
Yeah. So let me
You can hear how disappointed you are talking about this.
Hold on, can you smack your teeth one more time for us?
I don't want to talk too loud because my computer might revolt and turn off on me, which that would suck. But so I decided like maybe a couple months ago that I want to do a refresh to my computer. So I started looking around, finding what I wanted. Long story short, I ended up on the Cooler Master H500M, and then with the Z390E gaming motherboard. So I went over to Merc's house. We got it up and running. So I went through a total of 4 motherboards, but the first issue we had was my fault. All the rest is on Asus's fault. So the first fuck up that I did was I thought my 7700 would work with the new motherboard. So I thought it was just going to be plug and play, plug everything into the new motherboard, get working, and get gone. I think maybe 6 hours later, we got into troubleshooting to see why the hell we were getting a CPU error code. Then after a few like Google searches and some help from Steady, we figured out that it wasn't compatible with last generation Intel CPUs. So finally, I think it was already like 9 o'clock. I returned the motherboard that we picked up from Best Buy to try and that we bought to rule out if my motherboard was bad or not. So then we finally get the new CPU. I got the 8700. We put it in, finally got it to post. Then I went home next day, got everything situated. Cool. I started gaming with it. And then I saw that they put the 9700K on sale at Best Buy. So I was like, it's like $40 more. Like I should just upgrade. And everything went to shit after that. Like it was fucking like terrible. So I went returned my CPU, got the 9700K in, and then for whatever reason, it wasn't reading my graphics card because I guess it was just defaulting to the
Onboard
graphics exactly. So I was like, oh well, whatever. Let me take out the graphics card just to rule out that being the issue because I didn't know. Obviously, if you don't get anything from this story, this is my first PC build. My first computer that I started gaming on was a pre-built, and I just wanted to do an upgrade so that I could start learning how to work on computers and get more comfortable with it, and B, because like my old system was starting to show its limitations, and so anyways, I tried to put in an RGB strip after I took out the graphics card, and then I realized I don't know if it was when we were first building the computer or if it was bad from the jump, but one of the RGB headers was screwed up on the motherboard. So I called Amazon, got a new one shipped to me the next day. So I think this timeline is like 5 or 6 days total of me working on this computer. And so I got in the new motherboard. Finally, I figured, let me get this done. It turns out that same RGB header was screwed up on the new motherboard, which I really didn't care about at that point. I just wanted my computer to work so I could start gaming again and start streaming. But after I got everything in, it was giving me another post error code. And this time it was for RAM instead of the CPU. And then after like maybe 20 minutes of troubleshooting, I figured out that it was the fourth DIMM slot that was screwed up on this motherboard. And so I was just defeated at that point, man. Like I was like, was it even worth me spending all this money on this shit to upgrade my computer? Like, am I gonna get another fucked up motherboard? And when I called into Amazon, they had stated that initially they weren't gonna give me a refund. Or I'm sorry, they weren't gonna send me a replacement. They were just gonna give me a refund. And they were just gonna be like, you're kind of on your own after this. Like you're gonna have to buy a new motherboard or just figure it out with the one that we sent you. So then I told them, I was like, look, there were two isolated issues. I don't think it's like that there's something wrong with the motherboards that are being sent out from Asus. I think like it was just screwed up during shipping or whatever. So then I finally get the last motherboard in it was supposed to come in the next day, but for whatever reason, yeah, it was supposed to be there the next day and it got delayed. So then that was another 2 days. So it was like a span of 9 days where I wasn't able to stream. So it kind of fucked me up on that end. And then it just made me realize that that's why before now I was just into console gaming. Because like dealing with all these like mess ups from different pieces on the because there's so many other companies that you have to deal with if there's something wrong with your computer. If something goes wrong with my PlayStation, I could just send it back to Sony and they'll figure it out there. So I feel like this whole like nightmare of a build I think it's gonna make me like better at troubleshooting and better at building a PC, but it definitely opened my eyes to realize that this shit's not just like Legos where you put the shit together and then it'll work.
To be fair though, a broken piece can come from anything. Like when original Xbox 360s came out, people bought them day one and those things were fucking chewing through people's discs and stuff, you know, like it does happen. And it sucks. It sucks that you had to go through that.
Yeah, especially as your first build, like that's such a fucking turn off, dude.
Dude, I was like there's little shit that I need to button up, but it's working. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I just want to play my games. I don't want to deal with any more fucking headaches with this computer. Like it looks gorgeous. but it was like such a fucking hassle to get to where it is now.
Also, now that I think about it, brother, the next time you do something like that, let's just take the Amazon deals and go to fucking Microsoft. That way, if
Yeah,
anything
true.
does break, we could just exchange it there instead of waiting a couple days too. So that'll kill time, and we can also double check stuff. See, like I felt so defeated when I was sitting there. I was like, I lost all confidence in building a PC because I'm like, I can't fucking figure this out for him. What the fuck? And it was really just as simple as fucking seeing if the product goes with the other product.
Yeah, when you hopped on Discord and you explained it, and we're over here like, oh, it's the same socket type. There should be no fucking problem. And then we all find out it's Intel being like scumbags, and it's like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, and at first too, like I was like, dang, I don't know if this looks right because the pins are different from what we're putting in.
And I was a dick, like, no, dude, it works.
Yeah, I
know
right,
it
man.
works. Stop questioning me.
So it technically got caught in the beginning, just overlooked by far with aggression.
Yeah, dude. And also that kind of opened up my eyes to realize that Amazon is cool, but anything that's like, because I'll be the first to admit, I don't know shit about computers. So when I need something, or I'm doing something that is like a little bit out of my realm, I need to go to like a brick and mortar store where people actually know what they're talking about and what they're doing. Not to say that Isaiah didn't know what he was doing, but
That's what it sounded like.
no, like for real. Like not trying to say that he didn't know what he was doing, but I didn't know.
But
what I was
he
doing.
didn't know
I
what he was
kinda-
doing, so we had to go, brick and mortar.
No, I didn't know what I was doing, so it's like he said, we just need to go to a Micro Center or wherever in order to get the pieces instead of like.
To
I
be
think
fair,
I saved like
PC Part Picker, which is supposed to be what
Yeah,
everybody
they
swears
fucked it up
by,
too.
did not
Yeah.
catch this either.
That should have fucking it should have told you on there, in full honesty, because that is a tool used by quite literally like almost everyone that makes computers, and for that to be like a fucking slip is kind of jank.
In
Because they
positive
said-
news, I changed my fans and they work great.
God damn it!
It's also like a really rare like problem that happened because like out of all the motherfucking CPUs that the motherboard did not support or that did support, we had the one that it didn't support. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it cut off.
it
that
totally
7th gen.
skipped over that one fucking gen. You know?
Yeah, which is horseshit. That's so fucked.
Dude, that's why I call it the nightmare build, because it was a fucking dude. It was a nightmare. Like after, and also I kind of blame Steady for this because he talked me into upgrading my CPU. Had I not upgraded it, I wouldn't have had any of these issues.
At that price point, you would have been dumb not to try and upgrade.
Yeah,
You'd be losing money if you didn't buy that.
it's one of those things. Like it's just right there. What is that? 2 extra cores.
I can tell you guys.
Wait, I
this
think I
much.
was there when you talked him into it.
Danny probably
Yeah.
could do like a speed record of fucking connecting a motherboard. How many times
Yeah,
he fucking
dude, hell
disconnected
yeah.
one.
Get me a Z390E. I'll put that shit together with my eyes closed.
He's like doing basic
Dude, I
rifle
think
drills here.
I've never put on thermal paste before this build, but I feel like I can do that shit. It's an art the way I put on thermal paste.
Some over the
Like
top
fucking
anime
Bob
shit.
Ross with thermal
he fucking
paste.
throws it up in the air,
Yeah.
splats the thermal paste in the air. They magically combine
I wish you
together,
wore
falls
glasses, man.
right
You
into
could do the
goddamn
push
piss.
up.
Yeah,
Do the anime
I make,
glass push up.
I'm like Leonardo da Vinci with a fucking tube of thermal paste.
The Da Vinci of thermal paste. New title for the show.
Oh fuck, dude! All right, hit us with that conundrum, Big Hoss.
Okay.
What we got?
I was gonna go with the Megazord, but this question I think is a very common one.
Why are you gonna fuck us
Is-
up?
I said it could be either one.
All right, let's go.
It's a common one. It's not crazy. It's not no Taylor Swift shit. Just if you could choose a video game world to live in, which one would you want to live in and why?
Time Splitters.
That was
Why?
fast.
Because Time Splitters is like that's like my favorite series of all time. But like they have it, so the whole like premise of the game is you're going back in time to like do shit and like kill people. But the only aspect that I want from that world is like time traveling. So that'd be so fucking sick, dude. Like there was one of the missions where you have to go back to Capone era Chicago, and it would be
That'd be
like
cool.
so wild to see like that in person instead of like, because you know how you can read about it and like you can watch reenactments or like documentaries, but there's nothing that like can feel the same of you as you being there physically and like kind of seeing where you're from and what it was like throughout like history, you know.
No,
Okay, okay.
That'd be
That's cool.
sick.
That's cool.
Who's next?
I don't know, honestly. I have to think about this. Come back to me.
For me, it's one of those like mobile porn games.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god. So that's comment number 2.
He wants to live in VR chat.
We out here throwing shade. That's cool. I see that.
Steady gonna be up there at 3 a.m. with him.
So, is that your answer, Steady? VR chat?
No, it is not.
That's the true reason why he keeps his VR, even though it fucked him up for.
No, dude. Oh man, I barely get on that shit, dude.
You know, Steady, I was watching stream the other day. It looks like one arm's getting pretty swollen, man. Hitting the gym?
He's
Yeah.
ambidextrous.
Yeah, you lifting one barbell, huh?
Oh yeah.
Same barbell.
For me, it would have to be Pokemon.
Nope, hell no. See, this is why I chose this, because I would not be able to go to Pokemon
Really?
Land. Yeah.
Dude.
Want to know why?
Why?
What do you think they eat?
Dick.
You want to see a cow? You ever see a cow in Pokemon? You see a chicken?
See, I've
Hell
thought about
no.
that.
They
But there was
eat the
that one
Pokemon.
episode that, yeah, there's that one episode you see the Magikarp cut up on the tray, on the platter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the only Pokemon confirmed that people eat. But it's okay because it's Magikarp.
I mean, it's okay.
It's all fun and games till
Magikarp.
Gyarados whoop your
Why
ass.
not wait
Yeah,
till it's a
that's
Gyarados and you got more fish? That's just being selfish, man.
Because who the fuck is trying to wrestle a Gyarados into submission and cut it up?
Crazy ass fisherman?
I don't know, man.
Or someone who raised the Magikarp.
I'm just thinking
They
about
raise
like,
cows all the time.
I'm
You
just
know
thinking
how
about
wild
all
that
the
would be?
real world applications we could use the Pokemon for. That should be awesome.
You get a fucking Magikarp to the level of where it evolves. Now the Magikarp and you have a fucking like an entire rapport. You guys built this fucking level of trust. Now you're gonna kill the fucking Gyarados, bro. That's the most fucked thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, so you
No, you
evolve
just put it into the you put it in like a
evolve
little
it the
farm thing
second
and
you
it'll
get
train
it. You'll be
itself.
alright.
Dude, that's so fucked.
Are
That's
you guys
how
would
the
want to
slaughterhouse
own a
work.
fucking Pikachu? Like that shit would be awesome.
Of course I would. I just want to feed it other
Dude, I don't
Pikachus.
like to think about the other aspects of like how the food got to my plate.
Rare
One of
candies.
those-
There's other ways to fucking feed them. But as far as what we eat, I mean,
Yeah, I only feed my
get it, I
Pokemon
get it.
rare candies. Now he's got no teeth.
I hate myself for laughing at that dumb fucking joke.
Fuck. I still stand by my answer. I would love to live in a
All
world
right,
of
yeah,
Pokemon.
no, I like it. I like it. For me, I'd go back to Fallout 4 before the explosion happened.
So like 1950s and shit.
No, because that's how it was. But they had like robot butlers and shit. It was like
True.
Futuristic.
It was the
It was like-
the futuristic version. Like if you read books from back then, like what's the future gonna be like? It was basically
Yeah, like
1950s
that.
technology, but everyone was wearing some Jetsons type shit, and
yeah,
cars
like,
would fly.
I think it'd be dope. I just want to be dead before the bomb explodes. That's all.
Yeah, or you could
I
turn
have
into
a
a ghoul.
second place. I have a second place one. My second,
jeez.
my runner up would be Bioshock. Like before it got fucked.
Oh, Art Deco.
Oh, living
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fun
before
fact,
they
that
all
is my favorite
splicers
type
and
of
shit.
art style from back
Yeah.
then. Art Deco.
I think
That's
honestly,
another good
yeah,
answer.
probably more like Mortal Kombat.
Oof.
Honestly,
You'd want to live in Mortal Kombat? Well, that's
Yeah,
just
dude.
like, haven't you watched the movie? They're just in like the 90s.
yeah, they're just fighting all the time. Like,
That's all.
it'd
So,
just
do you
be
want to be a
fun.
martial artist back then?
I mean, I don't know if
like,
it'd
you can be
too
a
bad
chef
to
in the Mortal Kombat world. I mean, you're probably one now. I don't know. I'm not in that community.
He
No, I
wants
think
to
it'd
be-
be. It'd
Wants to be
pretty
like
dope.
Katana.
Oh, you trying to clap Sonya cheeks, huh?
No, not. No, definitely not.
Dude, Sonya could definitely fucking sit on my face and twist
It
me around.
depends though. Like, what Sonya Blade are we talking about? Are we talking about fucking first gen Sonya Blade? Or are we going like by the time when she gets to like I don't know 6 fucking game and she actually built out?
No, I mean, like, she's had a kid or two.
She had one.
Yeah, so, like, you know, that kind of body. Still recovering, but you could work with it.
No, she's still.
It's like Play-Doh
Play-Doh
that you've had for a while.
What? Just left it out so I get crusty edges.
A
and
little
shit.
crusty. You give it some water and you can mold it. I mean, it
Maybe, all right.
resists. Resist was a bad word for that. I'm so sorry.
I don't. Yeah, like I don't know what a fucking secondary option would be for.
Wait, Mark never gave a real first option. He out here saying VR chat like.
How you know that wasn't real, dog?
Why are you trying to judge him?
Yeah,
bro.
He's got insecurities and shit. Let him
No, I'm not insecure at all.
Hmm.
be. I like that question because you can go to a lot of different places for a lot of different reasons.
I think
that was,
the world of WoW would actually be pretty dope too. In full
That
honesty,
would be awesome, but I'd probably say Halo.
Halo would be pretty
see,
sick.
I want to go to one of these worlds and like not do what the main character does. Like I want to be like
Just
in
live
Halo,
in
but like
the world, right?
yeah, like I just want to be like a janitor on a ship or something. Like yeah,
So
I
let me
wanna-
get this straight.
Like I can go
Let
to
me get this
space.
straight. Hold on. You could pick anything to do in the world of Halo, and you want to be a fucking janitor?
No, I'm not saying you get to pick. I'm just saying I get to be in that world. I don't need to be a fucking murdering space astronaut. Just like, yeah, I clean floors. I'm trying to keep, like, I know what my capabilities are, all right?
Like he says, space astronaut, like as opposed to land astronaut. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, you can be a
Why are you
land
throwing
astronaut,
shots
bro.
like that? We do not need fucking shade at the end of the podcast, dude.
My brain's.
You can
fucked
be a
up.
water astronaut.
Deep sea diver.
Called scoop. Yeah.
There's like terms for that. Is what I'm. Never mind. All right.
Well, I feel like that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, I
We
think
do-
we've concluded rather well.
We really appreciate you guys checking us out on our second episode of The Other Controller. We do have all of our links to our socials down below. If you didn't check out the first episode, that is up as well. But for all of us here, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week.
Catch you guys later.
Bye. Man.
Bye.